far as this team goes, Coach was saying you guys got off to a good start last year, and then obviously won a game in the postseason against Logansport. What do you carry over from the success that you guys had last year that you can, step up on this year?
Just taking the experience from last year and what it was like, and then we know like the stuff we didn't do right, and just working off of that and make it better this year as a team.
When you take a look at Jay County and this ACAC, teams in this conference are getting better and better. The bar has been raised. How do you guys take that next step to where you're competing with them for a conference championship?
Just in practice, it starts in practice, effort, attitude, get the things done right in practice, and then turn it on Friday night and do the same stuff.
You guys graduated some talented seniors, Stiglman, Holden Hill, if I recall, a number of guys that put up some good numbers. So how do you go about replacing them, and who are some of the guys that are going to take, bigger roles this year on Friday nights?
It's tough losing them. They're really good players, but we got some guys back. My brother, he's a big fullback. He's going to have a lot of stuff to do this year. I'll have some things to do. Our quarterback, we got a lot of guys coming back. Some guys coming up. First time in the varsity, but, they're real skilled. We should be all right.
A final question, when you guys get practice rolling, what's going to be priority number one for you guys?
Probably just doing your job and effort and practice. If everybody does their job, we should be fine.
As far as this team goes, you obviously had success early last season and then, earned a playoff win against Logansport. What do you take away from that experience that you can apply this year to get more W's on the, on the tally when it's all said and done?
Well, preparation. Like last year, the beginning of the year, we prepared well, and then we just kind of get off of it. And then for the sectional, we prepared really hard, and we came out and got the win. And then for Fort Wayne, we just fell a field goal short.
Stiglman, Holton Hill, a number of guys from the skill positions have graduated. How do you go about filling those holes and making sure the guys that are stepping into bigger roles are ready for Friday night?
Practice. Just get them ready for it. They'll be there. They'll be good.
The offseason in Portland, what have you liked about this Jay County team in the offseason, and what has you think of positive things?
We're all bonded together. We all play different sports together. We're all three-sport athletes. It's just a good bond.
When you take a look at what you've been able to accomplish on the football field, what are you most looking forward to trying to accomplish this coming season?
Winning the conference.
Well, when you look at this conference, you look at all the teams that are improving. The bar has been raised. Woodland goes to state. We could go through almost every team has something good coming out of them. So how do you raise to that level where you're competing for a conference championship?
Preparation and practice. We just got to get mentally tough for it.
Biggest key to this season?
Our defense.
Coach Millspaugh from Jay County, and Coach, when you take a look at this Jay County team, what has you excited about 2018 as we 10 days away from that first practice?
We have anywhere from 14 to 16 seniors coming back, and obviously that's kind of where you start. So we're pleased about that. We feel like athletically we will continue to be pretty talented on the offensive side of the ball. Our defensive secondary, I think, will be a lot more athletic than it was even a year ago. So those are kind of places we're excited to start with. We've kind of put in a new offense, or at least a couple wrinkles, to force people to defend the width of the field more. We've got a couple running backs we feel are pretty good, but if we can get more people to move laterally and to get out of the box, we feel like we can take advantage of that.
You graduated some talented guys. Cole Stiglman was a focal point in years past. Who are some of the names, who are some of the guys that are going to take bigger steps for you guys, take bigger roles, I should say, as we get into 2018?
Cole's a really good player. Ethan Thurr was a really good player for us. Holton Hill. We had some good seniors without question. But the running backs, Michael Schlechty, he's our fullback. He kind of paved the way for Cole a year ago. 6'2", 246 pounds. He'll be a force to be reckoned with. His brother, Ryan Schlechty, 6'1", 191 pounds, will be in the backfield with him. Both those kids are really talented, three-sport athletes. We think they'll be really good. Our quarterback was our tight end / wide receiver a year ago. An athletic kid. We just had to find a spot on the field. Parker Grimes, 6'4", 190 pounds, throws it well, so we think that we'll be in good shape there. I feel like we've got some guys coming back. Gabe Faulkner, as a kid that played as a freshman, sophomore, took a year off. He's back. He's very talented. Caleb Webster, at wide receivers, talented. Trey Costello, is a pretty fast kid for us that will play a lot of minutes on both sides of the ball. So we feel like we have some pretty skilled kids. I think those guys will do a lot of damage for us.
When you take a look at this conference, it's not getting easier. Woodland goes to the state championship game. South Adams back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in 15 years. Adams Central is winning 9, 10, 11 games every year now. How much do you guys look forward to that challenge, and what is it going to take to compete to where you guys are right there at the top of this conference?
Well, last year we started off really well, and we had some injuries, and we played poorly, and had a 5-game losing streak. And then at the end of the season, we played a good Logan Sport team, the sectional. Mm-hmm. We beat them. Mm-hmm. We played a good Wayne team and lost by 3 points on a 40-yard field goal with 3.5 seconds left. Adams Central, Bluffton, South Adams, Woodland, we play really good competition. And I know a lot of people think that, you're the biggest school, you should dominate. Those schools have really, really good football. They have really good football players. They have great coaches. And we know we're going to play extremely well if we're going to be competitive during the regular season. But we feel like that really helps get us ready for a 4A sectional.
If there's one big thing that you're going to emphasize when practice begins next Monday, what is it for Jay County? What if there's one thing is your season going to hinge upon the most?
To be honest with you, defensively, we had a rough year last year, and a lot of it comes down to big plays. There's 2 reasons why teams score: big plays, red zone defense. And when you go back and look, we gave up way too many big plays, and a lot of that we can fix by technique, by hustling, and just by being a good teammate, not trying to do too much, doing your job and trusting that your teammates will do their job. And so there's a major emphasis already on the defensive side and getting things taken care of so we don't give up the big play.